This is a coin-operated vending machine and it's 3D printed. Let me show you how this all started. I was scrolling through MakerWorld when I stumbled across this vending machine. I have actually wanted to build some kind of vending machine project for a long time, but it always stayed on the drawing board. Mostly because I had no idea how it should actually work, and eventually I just lost interest. It seemed to be interesting to try out. It also won the candy dispenser contest, so my expectations were already pretty high. And the creator of this model is Rocco stuff. The creator provides multiple print profiles, making printing much easier. I printed it mostly with H2D. Some parts are quite big, so H2D is perfect for this job. If you add a smaller printer, there are also profiles for that. You can print bigger parts in two pieces and glue them together. Some parts were printed in supports, and let's just say removing them was not as smooth as planned. I got the first one done, moved on to the second, and the same thing happened again. After 2 breaks, I rethink my life choices and continued the cleanup. I really didn't want to print a new set of coils, so I placed all my faith in glue. I need some hardware also to assemble it. I ordered mine from AliExpress. All the info about the hardware you need is available on the model page. Watch the video and see how this project came to life. Assembly tutorial is also included in the video. Most of the inserts went in with a heated insert press, but bigger parts like the frame didn't fit, so I switched to just the soldering iron. Then I started assembling the coin mechanism and I ran into issue. The coin mech arm broke. Taking a closer look, it turns out that there were gap between the narrow spring piece and the rest of the arm. That's why it failed. I took the other one I printed and it had same problem. I checked the model itself and everything looked fine, but after slicing it, I noticed there was a seam in the exact spot. I moved the seam to another spot, reprinted it, and that solved the problem. I used 2 printers to print the parts and split them across different build plates and print profiles. I may have changed some print settings, so you probably won't run into this issue if you use the original print profiles. I continued with the assembly and everything went smoothly, which of course didn't last long. I forgot to add a towel. Then I unscrewed the 3 screws and added missing towel. Once the coin mechanism was ready, I took a €2 coin, put it in the slot and turned the handle. It had a bit of resistance at the start, then it turned smoothly, but after a full rotation, the coin was still there. Coin was stuck. I also tried a €1 coin, just in case I was using the wrong coin, but that didn't work either. The coin slot entrance was too tight. When I turned the handle, the coin hit the body of the coin mechanism and got pushed into the slot. That explains the resistance at the start of the turn. I grinded the edges. After that, it fit nicely and stopped getting stuck. The issue was fixed and it was working like it should. The spring in the second coin mechanism was sitting too far from the clicker, so I bent it slightly. I think I took it off the build plate while it was still too warm and accidentally bent it. The other one was fine, so it wasn't a model issue. €1 fit nicely and didn't stuck. Before we jump back into the prints, I want to thank PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Most people know them for their professional PCB prototyping and assembly, but they also offer a wide range of manufacturing services like CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, injection molding, and even 3D printing. So if you want to bring your design to life, whether it's electronics, custom enclosure, or parts you can't easily print at home, PCBWay is a great option. Check out PCBWay Christmas Big Sale. You can get free soldering mask, 10% off on 3D materials, and coupons up to $435. Sale ends at the end of the year. I also wanted to use smaller coins, so I modified the cog to work with 50-cent coins. To avoid confusion, I added next to the handle showing which coins it accepts. Backlit and coin tray is locked. They can be unlocked with the key. Backlit opens all the way up, so it isn't in the way when you are loading the machine. The trays are small, so it's good for smaller things. I managed to load 4 bigger candies easily. The gear was in the way, so I didn't want to force fit one in. I filled the upper unit with smaller candies and I had no problem fitting 5 of them. Close the lid, lock the machine, and it's ready to use. Thanks to the hexagon wall, you can see what's inside. The lid uses the same hexagon design, so you can monitor your stock without opening the lid. But besides looking great, does it actually work? It works like coin-operated vending machine does. Take a coin, put it inside the slot, turn the handle, and get screwed. Candy got stuck. So use the regular method to fix it by shaking the machine and your life goes on. Okay, let's try that again. There's a strong chance this was my fault. It was not happening again, it worked perfectly, so it was user error. I loaded the candy into the tray incorrectly. By the way, it can be used with 3D printed coins also. And it was time to collect my hard-earned profits. It's well designed and looks really good. The items you can put inside are on the smaller side, but the nice thing is that you can stack as many units as you want. The only limit is how much space you have. There are a couple of small downsides. Sometimes you need to push the back lid a bit to get it to lock properly, and the locking part is only held in place with 2 screws at the bottom, so it feels a little bit loose. I did run into a few issues during the build, but nothing major, and everything was easy to fix. And surprisingly, the glued coils still haven't broken yet. This is more a fun gadget than a serious vending machine, but it can be actually useful. For example, you could give kids a set number of coins for the week. They can spend them on candy whenever they want. Once the coins are gone, no more candy. Or they can use their own money, although with these prices, that probably won't last long. That was my experience printing and assembling this coin operating vending machine. Thanks for watching.